Some criminal cases are harder to prove than others. Wapello County Attorney Ruben Neff tells me his case against Tiffany McNeil is one of them. McNeil was arrested last year for her involvement in an armed robbery gone wrong. The incident led to a deadly police shootout on Ottumwa South Side. McNeil recently accepted a plea deal. As a result, several counts of attempted murder were dropped and she avoided serious jail time.
Frankly, I spoke to one of our investigators who handled that case, had a long conversation with him. I think it was pretty plain from the conversation neither of us were happy with the outcome.
Neff knew he wasn't the only person disappointed with this outcome. So after McNeil's conviction, he published a memo explaining to the public the reasoning behind the decision.
If she were to claim to the jury, I didn't want to do this, they had guns, what else am I supposed to do? And then she drove off the moment the robbery began, they might believe her. And I wouldn't necessarily blame them.
There simply wasn't enough evidence for a trial. And in a place like Wapello County, which currently has roughly 1,700 open cases, some crimes take priority over others.
Even though I do think she's guilty of what I've convicted her of, and even what we charged her with, to some extent, we have to look at the risks of trial, likelihood of conviction, which sounds awful that we have to look at cases that way, but with almost 1,700 cases, you kind of do have to look at them all that way.
Wapello County only has 31 trial dates reserved on this year's calendar. In Jefferson, the number of trial dates allotted is 12, and not every date is utilized. When Jefferson County Attorney Chauncey Molding decides which of his cases will go to trial, he too weighs evidence.
One of my investigators always likes to say that it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. And I like to keep that in mind, because sometimes you know exactly what happened, but being able to get everybody to realize that beyond a reasonable doubt from a jury's perspective, that's the real trick.
Molding is also weighing resources, and in most cases, judicial resources are limited. Iowa's 8th Judicial District only has 6 judges who are responsible for covering 10 counties in southeast Iowa.
We work within the system that we have, and there are only so many options and opportunities that are available to the state to effectuate and ensure that justice is done.
And 9 times out of 10, justice will require a plea agreement.
It may not be the best system out there, but I don't think anybody else has come up with one that's better.
Reporting in southeast Iowa, Beth Walden, KTVO News.